Hey, Internet family. I'm here at a park in Los Angeles. Hang on. This is the first time I've let myself lay on the grass like this since I can remember in recent memory, and it is fantastic. So, I just went across the nation, and it was the craziest thing. I want to give you guys a lowdown of what happened. I just feel like it's a good story. So, I didn't go by myself this time. I invited my partner. It was the first time he had gone on a road trip. So as this thing is going crazy, there was a lot of me saying, it isn't usually like this. Basically, my car, which has always been so lovely, died right as I was leaving town, as we were leaving town, fully packed. A whole saga about being on the top of a mountain, having to call AAA, waiting for 7 hours, then loading up and riding all the way back, being able to ride in the car. So seeing the world go backwards under the bright Sedona starlit sky for an hour, very symbolic. Then the next day I found out that yes, my car engine had indeed died. No one knew why. I needed to either buy a new engine, which would have been about the cost of the car, or buy a new car, which I've been wanting to do anyway. I had 5 minutes to make the decision before the place closed. So I got a new car. We went to the East Coast. I planned on taking my love, who, if you guys want to know about him, go over to my Instagram account. I've talked about him a little bit over there, but we're still pretty new, so I haven't introduced him all that much. I thought it was going to be this lovely trip. I've driven across this country over 20 times, easy. Maybe more like 30 these days. And, oh my gosh. So we go, all these universal signs, stop, don't go anywhere. Resources all got super scarce out of nowhere. Very big gauntlets being thrown down, don't go anywhere. So rather than touring the entire East Coast like I planned, we basically went and stopped at one place in the East Coast and came right back, which was lovely. It was lovely to be over there, and he got to see more of the nation because he hadn't road trips like that before. And we definitely got to see how each other were in stressful situations. On the way back, we ended up camping. And apparently, this is one of the things I'm so excited to tell you guys. I just found this out, that if you are on BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, BLM, you can camp for free for up to 14 days unless you expressly are seeing signs that says you can't, which I've never seen as I just drove across the country. That was super cool because a lot of that land is really beautiful. Same with state parks, national parks. Check and see with the specific one you're going to, because there are definitely exceptions there. But it is the case that you can park there. In 14 days, we stayed one night in each place. But I thought to myself, dang, that's a whole little vacation. Especially for those of you who are festy types, you know how to be off grid for a little bit, you know? Why not? The land is beautiful and lovely, and that's where we were. Hang on. Technical difficulties, y'all. Show you some of this beautiful park. Let's see. Yeah. So, anyway, as I was saying, so 2 days before we were about to come back, we went through Glenwood Springs. Glenwood, Colorado, the vapor caves there, they're called Yampa Hot Springs, and Yampa Vapor Caves. They're delicious. Old Native American sacred site. You can feel the benevolent energy in there. Really lovely. And then the final day, when I was, there's a little spider on my phone to deposit him back on the grass, which I did. The final morning, the summer solstice was the day before we got back. 2 days. Then the next day we woke up in snow in Colorado, drove to the Vapor Caves, drove through to Utah, parked at a rest station in Utah. I got food poisoning that night, so we started off camping. Then at 4 a.m. I woke up with food poisoning, shaking, sweating, all the things, you know. Please, God, rest stop. I don't want to do this in nature. I love nature. I'm going to the bathroom in nature. But having food poisoning in nature, no thank you. I'll not. And so went to the rest stop, got sick in the bathroom. Thankfully, it was one of the cleanest rest stop bathrooms ever. Then when I was going to park so we could sleep until the sun came up in the rest station parking lot, I saw someone with a trailer which was technically supposed to be in the other place that's made more for trucks, designed more for trucks. And he was blocking all the areas that wouldn't have had bright light. So I thought to myself, okay, well, I guess I'll park kind of here off to the side. I want to make sure I give him plenty of room to get out. Okay, I had that thought. So I crawled back in the back of the car, which we had kind of converted as sleeping area, pass out. 2 hours later, awoken by the car rocking and rolling, and it's being completely messed up by that trailer as he's pulling out. Completely scratched up the left side of my brand new car that I hadn't even made a first payment on yet, that I wouldn't have bought except my other car quit. I liked my old car. And so I wake up to this, get out, he's sitting there, I get out of my car, I think, okay, well, I have insurance, we can just exchange insurance info. Other people behind him pull up and say, did he just hit you? And I say, yeah. So I'm looking at him, and he stopped, and we're both looking at him, me and the people in this car, expecting him to get out. And he just starts driving again. Oh my gosh. So they actually took my number and followed him, took a picture of his license plate. It ended up being blurry because it was a new paper license plate. So it was a hit and run, and insurance is covering it. There's a deductible. It's just more inconvenient. So I've had a lot of these interesting problems during this time that are actually not that bad problems, because you know the universe has always got you, even though things get weird. I bet a lot of you have had that going on too. So it's in the air. I'm sure the astrology explains it. There are a few astrologers I watch that I'm sure that they will know what's going on. But even not being an astrologer, there's something going down. So I want to remind you guys to ground into your center, ground into the energy that you want to be representing in the world. That's a good one that helps me a lot when I'm spinning. And try to be patient with each other. I know there have been a lot of miscommunications in the world lately. And so let's just try to remember that we're all coming from the same place. We all want to be loved. We all want to be loving. We all want to be effective at what we're doing and make a difference. And just reminding you guys that the world is always beautiful and it's always crazy. Lately it's been crazier than usual for me, but I also can feel underneath that amazing new things are coming, that the struggles I'm going through are clearing out space for. So that's cool. Anyways, my arms are getting tired of holding this camera. I'm going to let you go. Thanks for hanging out with me as I ramble. I love you guys. I have new things coming. I'm not going to plug my stuff right now, but if you want to see what it is, go to my website. Okay. Much, much love, Internet family. And I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.